Hello and welcome to Steve Knows. This week I've got meta leaks from their new headset and more speculation, huge advancements in PCVR, crazy game updates, and genuinely insane gameplay reveals. Gosh, this week was phenomenal. So I think that's enough chin wagging. Let's get started. So recently you may have heard that Tomb Raider can be played in VR with a POV or godlike view, so you can embody Lara or watch her. You need to own a copy of the original game, which is only about £5 on Steam, and then you can get Beef Raider and then transfer some files and enjoy. But the team has taken this experience even further, so it can now be experienced in mixed reality. They have managed to lift the game's maps boundary and allow you to see it in mixed reality, meaning you can engage with the real world whilst taking a cheeky look through some tunnels or into the corner of your room and control Lara. Hopefully they can apply this same sort of technology or process to other games that they have developed as well. Can you imagine just looking in the corner of your room? Just look to your left. Don't look at me. Look to the left. And you can see Doom, the Slayer, just pacing it about, destroying everything. Amazing, amazing. Now on to the talk of the town. The Quest Lite's official name has been leaked, an absolute classic. We can never go through any hardware release of anything without it being leaked. This time the Meta Store's new releases was updated, and on those posts on the Meta Store, it said supports Quest 3S. So when it comes from the horse's own platform, this is almost confirmation now that this is the name. We kind of knew, but now this is almost definitive. 3S might confuse some folks, because I always thought that the S was an improved model of something, but in this case, it's regressive to the Quest 3, having Fresnel lenses, for instance. And then there's the ordering on the Quest Store. It's above the Quest 3, hinting at its superiority. So what do you think of the name? Do you know any cases where the S means it's inferior, has worse specs? Does the Xbox Series S count? Or, I saw someone say this, is the Quest 3S going to be an improved Quest 3 and the Quest 3 Lite is still coming and it's going to throw us off in a spin of confusion? I don't think so. Now, Behemoth, it finally gets a gameplay reveal. Skydance have given us a taste of what's to come since the teaser for this was over a year ago. It is PlayStation VR 2 footage due to the State of Play showcase that they just had on, so do expect a visual dampen or downgrade when the Quest 3 standalone version comes out. And it's not Quest 3 exclusive, so Quest 2 you should also get to experience this game. So a once powerful civilization has crumbled, and you will play a cursed warrior from it. Got to love a troubled protagonist, absolute classic, who can call upon mystical powers in times of need to rid the world of these behemoths. I am absolutely sold. It sounds like a brilliant synopsis already. The game also showcased a grappling hook, which is a new mechanic for Skydance. I'm interested to see how that goes. You also see the more casual enemies that you'll come across, then the sheer scale of the behemoth, which they worship as a god, which in VR, I bet looking up at them and feeling their presence is going to be exhilarating. Such a fantastic thing. This is something that VR can only do, show that presence, show that scale. It's not the same in a flat screen. You have to be in the headset to experience it. They also showcased Doom-like brutality in this game, where a left hook completely exploded an enemy's head off, or they cut a body in two. At one point, I even saw you catch an arrow that was flying at you and then firing it back at the enemy. This VR game looks so cool. It looks like it could have been a brilliant flat screen experience. I'm so excited that a studio like Skydance with a proven history bringing us something of this scale. This looks even better than The Walking Dead. I've said it. This is expected to release this fall, and I may have to play this on PC and enjoy it in all its glory. I got goosebumps watching this. What do you think? There was another reveal at this showcase for a AAA franchise, one that I absolutely adore. Alien. So we have been teased with an action-packed Alien experience from Servios called Alien Rogue Incursion. This time they showed us some PlayStation VR 2 footage, so be aware. But immediately I'm like, why is the frame rate stuttering on a showcase? Did someone change their export settings? Because that is not good. I will give them the benefit of the doubt. This game is not coming out yet, but this is supposed to be a prepared video. It doesn't bode well for first impressions. We got to see things like a pulse rifle, so we know there is some action, room scanning, stunning environments that were built with the Unreal Engine 5, face huggers, gosh, that's going to be scary in VR. I hated the crabs in Half-Life Alyx. These in Alien, oh no. This game is going to be a Quest 3 exclusive, unfortunately, just like I believe Batman will be. I suspect these are going to release with that new headset that we were just talking about as system seller devices to get people off the Quest 2 and over to this new hardware. Another interesting reveal this week. So this one is the reveal of the development of a PlayStation VR 2 PC adapter, reconfirming the news that we got, that the PlayStation VR 2 is going to get PCVR support. So you can use your PlayStation VR 2 headset on a gaming PC to play some of the most incredible VR experiences and tons of modding, there's so much fun to be had with the modding. This has been certified by the RRA, which is South Korea's National Radio Research Agency. This could appeal to many people because the PlayStation VR 2's got some great tech in it. It's got eye tracking, headset haptics, OLED panels that I know many VR folks from the start, from the Quest 1, miss. The OLED panel was fantastic, just the resolution wasn't great. It's also an affordable PC VR headset because if you didn't want to buy the Quest, there's a sale on right now for the PlayStation VR 2 at 100 off for the next couple of weeks. Then how much is the adapter though? Are they going to give it to you free? I doubt it. An interesting snippet though as to why the headset needs the adapter. So it kind of makes me think, does it need the... Just let me share it with you first. So the PlayStation VR 2 cable has a single USB-C connector and carries 12-volt power, as well as a DisplayPort and USB 3 data. This could be handled by the now dead Virtual Link USB-C ports that were presented in some NVIDIA 20 series cards. I had one, and AMD RX 6000 series cards. But that would limit the PlayStation VR 2 support to only these specific cards. So supporting other graphics cards required either a Virtual Link adapter or a custom adapter that can split the DisplayPort and USB 3 data while still providing that 12-volt power input. So, does this mean if you're those folks that have a 20 series card or the 6000, that you won't even need this adapter? You'll be able to plug your PlayStation VR 2 straight into the computer? Is that what that means? And we now have the long-awaited Quest 3 enhancement update that is out now for one of the largest, most expensive games developed for standalone hardware, Asgards Wrath 2. Over 60 hours of gameplay in this title. This was also a 3 game for the Quest 3 purchase during its launch phase, so I know many of you have this game, and I know this because I got comments all the time that there was an upsetting vibe in the community over not having improvements over the previous hardware. So you were like, where are the Quest 3 enhancements? Well, now they're here. Now, they look good, but they could do with an extra kapow. There is a drawback though. If you want this improved fidelity on Quest 3, such as the high resolution textures, better shaders, more detailed models, you need to sacrifice your 90Hz refresh rate. It's performance versus quality, like you see on the modern day console. So what do you choose? I personally always go for the performance mode on consoles, frame rate, always. Because in motion, I suspect you won't notice many of these improvements, but in motion, I am going to notice the frame rate. But we do know from studies that virtual reality gamers like us, we do take more time to assess the world, take in the environment that we're working in. So these small things could add up. And finally, someone must wear Adidas because impossible is nothing. Volk64 and EvroDev have been developing a LabWorks mod for the past year and a half. The latest build that they have released has enabled the ability to play the full campaign of Boneworks and more. But the caveat is you need to own BoneLab, but it means you can play that full campaign that was on PC, now playable on Quest. This title had the VR space on an absolute hype train. The physics were absolutely jaw-dropping. The modding was fantastic. I'm genuinely flabbergasted that they have managed to achieve this on standalone hardware. When I saw this, I was like, what? The mod is available via mod.io, which I'll link down below in the description. You just need to download the files and then transfer them onto your Quest. So you will need the side quest setup, or the developer mode at least set up, in order to achieve this. The game updates this week, there's just so much here, it's going to keep you occupied for a while. So that's it from me today, guys. Thank you for joining and catching up with me. I hope there is something here to keep you busy, get you excited for VR once again, because these news stories got me absolutely pumped. The games this time, yes! Subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Have a great week. Happy gaming. Good day.